The Wheat School on RealAgriculture.com is brought to you by Alberta Grains, C&M Seeds, and Syngenta Canada. Find more episodes of The Wheat School by going to wheatschool.com.
Hey, Kara Gutierrez here with RealAgriculture.com. I am back here today with another Wheat School episode, and I have here with me Rob Klewchuk, who is the technical lead for herbicides in Western Canada with Syngenta Canada. How is it going today?
It's going well. Glad to be here, Kara. Thanks for the invite.
Oh, absolutely. Always great to catch up with you. We are at the time of the year that we are now, unfortunately, as crops turn, you're really starting to see the weeds out in the field, and maybe the weeds that didn't react to chemicals how we had hoped. So we're here today to talk about herbicide resistance. Do you want to kind of elaborate on what your messaging is?
Yeah, herbicide resistance, or herbicides not dying after your application, is more so in the layman's terms. But herbicide resistance is such a big topic. When we thought, okay, thanks for the invite, and let's talk about herbicide resistance. What's the direction do we want to go? There's grass resistance. There's metabolic resistance. There's broadleaf resistance, and now there's weeds that are resistant to multiple different actives. When you say actives, it could be products, it could be the active ingredients, but they're just not dying. And research is on the way has been for many years, to try to figure this out and find solutions.
So we know we have resistance, and like you said, we've been talking about it for a long time now. Talk about some of the, there is no silver bullet, but how are some of the management things that we can do?
Yeah, there is management things we can do, and there's a lot of people working on this. So if you're on Real Ag and listening in, there's a lot of different interviews that talk about these strategies. I call them approaches. So you can't do them all, but what can you do on your farm to help? And one is delay seeding. Well, early seeding is big time out there, and getting that crop off in a timely fashion has proven to have those big yields. But delaying seeding allows your weeds to emerge, and then you can apply to kill them. Crop rotation, getting your different crops, you're going to have different products, different strategies. Chemical group rotation, big one. This doesn't mean your favorite name rotation. This is what chemical group. I used a group 1 last year. I used a group 2 this year. I used a group 4, or whatever it's going to be for you broadleaf. But I get caught up on this last one, application technology. What do we mean there? I think it means applying these products the right way. And we have many excellent producers that do this. You can talk about sprayer speed. Slow your sprayer down. Well, you got to get the acres done. Water volume. Could you increase your water volume to increase your chances of hitting those weeds? And lower your booms. Lower your booms so you're hitting that target. Lots of different things. But one of the things that I think about after going through those is scouting. Going back and maybe marking those patches that didn't die, or what's going on here. And let's try to figure this patch out before it becomes a big problem on this piece of land. And I think people are aware of that. What can we do differently on that field? One thing that I know I've watched on RealAg.com is weed seed destruction. So this is new in harvest. So you do have those patches. What can we do to control those wild oats, as an example, or those broadleaf weeds that didn't die, putting them in rows and burning them? Seed destructor, as an example, that could destroy those weed seeds and make them non-viable for the next year. So lots of different things, and lots of different strategies to help get these, I'll call them problems, but keep those problems in check and don't allow them to grow.
Now you're based in Regina, so what is southern Saskatchewan? Do you want to talk about some of the things you're seeing when it comes to resistance? Like what are some of the I guess the big problem weeds?
I think one of the problem weeds is grass weeds is a general term, but wild oats. So we've got durum in southern Saskatchewan. We've got lentils, where group 1 chemistries are very common. And the strategies that we can use to maximize the herbicide on that crop, and then moving to the next year and maximizing the next herbicide. So you've got group 1s, you've got group 2s, but with broadleaf weeds, we've got now resistance, especially with kochia, that's very common where you are in southern Alberta and where I am in southern Saskatchewan. But group 2s, group 4s, group 9s, group 14s, this is a problem. And this is about managing your tools and managing your record keeping so that we can do the right thing at the right time. Keep these tools in the toolbox, I'll call them, if you want to talk about products and strategies, so we can maximize them over the long term. Well, the next great things are going to be developed. We have a lot of great researchers at Ag Canada. Dr. Charles Geddes is researching this as well, and each company out there is trying to find the next solution, that whether it be a single active or current actives that are in mixtures. We're told that mixtures are the way to go, and maximizing the performance of these products for the long term, Kara.
And you mentioned record keeping, which I think is a huge point here. To talk a bit more on that and why it's important, we're taking inventory of what our problem weeds might be, and going forward, how this plays back into a successful operation.
Yeah, I think record keeping is pretty common out there, and it's managing. Hey, that wild oat patch over there, or that kochia patch over there, this is not just recognizing and putting it up here in our minds. This is like, hey, that field B over there, we got a problem. Was this because we went at a lower water volume and a faster speed? I don't know. Did we not hit those? Did they emerge later? So this is about maybe taking the opportunity to challenge your program. Maybe you do a different active ingredient with your glyphosate at burn-off time. This is allowing your crop to grow. And what I like about this strategy is you kill off a part of a population, and when the rest of that population emerges in the crop, it's a more manageable population to try to attack with your next herbicide choice.